Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for the next 7 days. So we have here, and this is timeless by the way, I just thought I'd mention that. So we have group 1 here with lapis lazuli. Probably said that wrong, but I know which crystal it is. It's this one right here. Then we have group number 2 with the rose quartz, which we have here, little cute little pyramid. And then we've also got here as well green aventurine, so we have one right here as well. So whichever group you're most drawn to, maybe it's the number, the colour, the crystal, you know, whatever you're drawn to, essentially that is going to be your reading. So you can go to the description box of the video and then you can also click on the timestamp. It will take you right to your reading, and yeah, you can have a look at what's coming for the next 7 days. This is timeless, so whenever you're watching this, it can still be for you at that time. Does that make sense? I also have all of my other 7-day readings as well on my channel. So they're usually posted every 7 days as well, so it's kind of like a regular sort of pick a card that I've made on my channel now. And yes, so also wanted to mention as well, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be down below as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my Etsy store is linked down below as well. You know, there's some beautiful items on there that are handmade, like beaded bracelets. There's also crystals as well. There's charms, there's letters, there's face masks, and there's pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse to manifest intentions. Everything is intention based, so it's really quite exciting to see how so many of you have seen results of these items, and it's just amazing to see. So if you want to see that bit as well, the review section is on my Etsy store. Everything is in the description box, which is just below the title of this video, not in the comment section, just thought I'd mention that. Alright, so let me just move this back. We're going to start first of all with group number 1, which is right here. Alright, so I'm going to move these other two to the side and we shall see what's coming through. And this is glaring a little bit, so I'm going to actually move it because I just realised that the light is so bright that it's glaring. So I am going to remove it. I know it's going to seem a bit strange, but it's okay. Because that was distracting me as well at the same time. Okay, so this. Alright, group number 1, let's have a look and see what is coming for the next 7 days. So you have chose lapis, the lapis crystal, there we go, lazuli. Alright, so here, this particular message says, I receive messages all the time and follow my internal guidance system. So over the next 7 days, any kind of messages that you get, especially through your gut and your intuition, I see you following through with those particular things, and also not overlooking things like red flags, toxic behavior, people saying things and then doing another thing, you know, gaslighting, those kinds of things as well. So I really feel like your intuition is going to be on, I wouldn't say high alert, but just you following through with it. Does that make sense? So that's what I'm seeing here. You're really going to follow the internal guidance that you have going on within yourself, especially if you feel really like shaky or just feel like this, you know, certain situations in your life are just, they don't feel right. I feel like you're going to be taking that internal guidance that you feel from within. Also, for those of you that do have this particular stone around you, this crystal, for example, keeping it with you can really help as well. That's something that I will say, but you don't have to, right? You don't have to. Yeah, this is the message we have. We know that blue is also to do with like intuition as well. It's a color to do with the intuition. It's also a color to do with the throat chakra as well. So again, you are very much so, the communication in terms of receiving messages is very, very high as well. Okay, so you might be getting a lot of dreams as well in that sense over the next 7 days. So this says here, activate intuition, be a clear channel, access the Akashic records, stay grounded, feel protected and safe, promote clarity in the dream time. So again, we have got that sort of dream energy there. Akashic records, they are essentially what records they record everything we do in the universe, and so I think that it's also tied to karma as well, like what we put out, we get back. So yeah, be a clear channel. I think your intuition is going to be very, very high over the next 10 days. You might even feel like certain psychic powers. You may feel like you think something and then suddenly it comes true, or you're thinking something's a bit fishy and then it ends up being fishy, things like that. So that's what I'm picking up right there. Let's put the crystal with the card as well. It's really beautiful. So I want to get a few more of these, like maybe 2 more of these out for you. Oh, there's one here, right here. Okay, right. So let's see. We got Peridot. Good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions. I am grateful for my blessings. So I see a lot of you practicing gratitude over the next 7 days, and also opening up your heart chakra as well. So I see that some of you might be going on a walk and just feeling very refreshed, feeling really grateful for the fresh air, or feeling very grateful for just like really pretty flowers and really beautiful strong trees, just like really simple things. I know it sounds so strange, but you might hear birds chirping and just feel like, wow, that sound is so nice. You know, these are little things. When you are really grateful for the little things in your life, the universe will put more on your plate. So good fortune can really progress and get stronger and stronger and stronger. So yeah, grateful for your blessings here. And then on the back it says, release feelings of impatience, jealousy and frustration, improve ability to integrate and process life. So again, this is really about focusing on those things that you're really, really happy about, the things that make you feel good. Of course, you're more than entitled to feel some of these things from time to time, right? Impatience, jealousy, frustration. But this is just about feeling refreshed, feeling good. And having that gratitude as well, to be able to kind of accept that, okay, I feel this way, but there are so many other good things happening. Connect to inner strength and unlimited potential. So I really feel that that is a strong message for the next 7 days. And you've also got here as well hematite. So it says, it's easy for me to quiet my mind and maintain awareness. I can find inner peace. Some of you may be isolated, so you might be spending time away from people. You might be doing a lot of inner work, inner thoughts, meditation, things like that, maybe even Reiki, or trying to practice ways of healing yourself. That's something that I'm picking up on. And then it also says calm hyperactivity, stay grounded and focused, repel negative thought energy, which is something we spoke about right at the beginning. And then also release annoyance and distraction, encourage inner peace and a quiet mind. So I see a lot of solitude. I see many of you, again, meditating, spending time with yourself. Okay, so that's what we have there. Let's see what else we got. I'm going to use this deck here, which is good advice from, well, this is a good advice from Modern Women deck, but whether you're male or female, okay, you can still watch this reading. My video keeps going dark for some reason, and I even have this huge light to help with the brightness, but it seems like sometimes it just doesn't want to do its thing. To the point where it's going to like wash out these cards as well, but hey. Okay, right, let's progress on. Okay, so this one says, you did it, your plan works, something grows and thrives, and as soon as you will receive the reward, and soon you will receive the reward for your efforts. Good fortune is the result of good thoughts and actions. There's something here about good fortune and a good result coming your way. So whatever you're trying to do, don't give up. That's what I would say. Okay. Soon you will receive the reward for your good efforts. So there's 2 cards that have pointed towards the same thing. That's not a coincidence in any way, shape or form. You can be proud of yourself. You are now at the peak of the situation and you can hope for a wonderful outcome. There is no need to worry. Some of you might also be very worried about the pandemic. You might be worried about its effects, how you feel in regards to it. So some of you might really be in a peak of like just an not so great like love situation or career situation, but you're at the peak, right? So when you're at the peak, there's only going down from it. So that's, worrisome situations, but there is no need to worry. Okay, but you're in the peak of worrisome situation, not at the peak of good things and then going down. That's about that. Let's see what else we have. we've got here, you are facing an important decision. You are expecting a magic moment or wake-up call. Suddenly everything is clear. Suddenly you know what to do. Now listen to these impulses and take the initiative. A serious old problem dissolves now. So again, this card makes so much sense to this card and this card as well, right? Because there's something that you're thinking about, you're worrying about, that it's good to worry about things because you can then sort of make things in your mind, you can understand things better, right? And the thing is, you don't necessarily need to worry about that thing because it's going to dissolve, like we know here as well. So this particular wake-up call, like suddenly everything is clear, but listen to the impulses, right? And take the initiative. That's also to do with this card as well. So a serious old problem is going to dissolve. Then you've also got this one here. In relationships, you had to suffer a lot, endure much, but you are no longer the little grey mouse or the needy woman/man who has to beg for love. You are a different person now, and the great true love will find you now and love you for being the way that you are, open-hearted, authentic, confident, and just yourself. And I did mention your heart chakra is opening, so you don't need to worry, especially for those of you worrying about love situations over the next 7 days. I feel like many of you are going to unburden yourself and not worry so much about that. You're going to feel much more calm, clear, and better within yourself as well, which honestly, that's really nice. That's really, really nice. So let's have a look at these food fortunes. I know it's a bit random, but actually many of you have said that it makes a lot of sense to your sort of days and what you choose to eat or what you choose to crave and things like that. So these are foodie related cards, and actually I really love them because they have been accurate, which is kind of crazy. Okay, so let's have a look here, and then we're going to do a charm reading. So we've got Knight of Drinks. Okay. I'm aware not everybody drinks. I also don't drink, to be honest, so because I hate the taste of it. But the Knight of Drinks can also very much so mean, you know, different types of drinks. Remember, there's also mocktails and things like that as well. We see a bar there, which is interesting. Most people, well, some people kind of make their own little bar at home. But that's what I'm seeing. Okay, we also have here the beginning as well. So we've got some fried eggs. It's like basically this also indicates breakfast. So some of you might have been skipping breakfast or sleeping through breakfast time, or maybe you know, you want to incorporate healthy breakfast. So that's what I'm seeing there as well. You may choose to do healthy breakfast in many ways. Some of you may also choose to cut out excessive maybe drinking as well, because I see these crosses on the bottle as well, which is very interesting. So that could also mean that some of you are trying to cut it out. The folded one, so this is like a soft taco or a taco in general because they are folded, maybe a chalupa. When I think of like folded things, I also think of burritos, I think of enchiladas. I am seeing like more of like a Mexican food energy, but this can also be subs, right, because they are kind of folded as well. So basically sandwiches is what I'm seeing, or Mexican food where it is folded like this, maybe tacos again. So that's what I'm seeing here. Simple, you know, it's all in there. Pretty easy to do as well. Could also be like takeaway. We've got a lot of cards here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm only going to take one, and I'm going to take the top one, which is pizza. It is the slice. So I see here pizza as well. Okay, so that's what we've got there. Those are your choices. I mean, I did say that some of you might be choosing to go down the healthy path over the next 7 days, or at least trying to be much more healthy and mindful of your eating habits. But you know, the slice, technically everything in moderation is totally fine. Like I do believe in that. For someone who has tried every diet out of the book, eventually it just comes down to everything in moderation and being mindful, and you know, I think that's the most important thing, and trying to also be consistent. Because if you try and cut everything out, my gosh, eventually you will want it all back. So, doing things step by step, I think can really help. So I do see you trying to be quite healthy and doing everything in moderation, which actually is the way to go. It really is. It totally is. That's the way in which, especially for those of you trying out different diets or different, things like that, it's the best way. So that's what we've got there. But I'm not a dietitian, okay? So, but I do believe that everything in moderation is, it's right. If you crave something, it's okay to have a bit of it. Why not? Anyways, so we're going to go to the charm reading. So let's see. Now, I'm also going to get some letters out as well. This could be initials for you, for another person. Could also spell out words to do with your situation over the next 7 days. Okay, I've got a lot there. Okay, so we've got the A, W, U, R, O, B, Q, M, P, got paw, P-A-W. I'm fully aware we've got, more words than that for sure. So we've got R, Y, S, and a J. All right, so those are the letters. Have a look, see what you find. Anything interesting? I see sub, and I'm not really surprised by that because I was thinking of like a sub. I kind of mentioned that as well because these are sandwiches that you can also have folded over. Oh my gosh, Subway. That's interesting. It kind of goes again with that card, right? But I mean, this is more so like Subway can be transportation method as well. It's interesting. Okay, so let's go to the charms. Turquoise. Okay. Clear quartz. Tiger eye, which is interesting. You have got a J, another J as well. So you've got two J's and you've got here an M. So another M. Two J's and two M's. You've also got two R's as well. It's interesting. Okay. Right. So you got the Virgo charm as well. This really this goes so strongly with your reading because I did mention spending a lot of time alone, spending a lot of time in your thoughts, spending a lot of time in maybe isolation or feeling, alone at times, but not feeling necessarily lonely. This is really you going into your own energy. You may even be a Virgo or you might be dealing with a Virgo, but basically this is your energy for the next 7 days, being a hermit, because, the Virgo energy, especially in tarot, is a hermit. So that's what I see there. You have got, again, this tiger eye. So you are very, very strong over the next 7 days. You are using everything to your strength. You are not falling back. Bad situations are dissolving. So that's a good thing. Turquoise here shows solitude and peace. Again, you are spending a lot of time by yourself, with yourself. The clear quartz here as well just shows that you are starting to see things a lot clearly, especially with people that maybe have been just not good to you. So that's something to really keep in mind there. So the other thing as well, we have this Eiffel Tower. Now this could also signify something to you. Now this could signify memories, traveling. I see this more as like memories because it's quite flat. And I also see here that maybe some of you might have something to do with maybe France or, the French language. Now the French language is spoken in other countries like Canada, for example. It could be to do with French cuisine. Dressing as well, some of you might be interested in like French brands, so that is coming through there. We've got a ring here as well. This is you kind of committing to yourself and really wanting to be there for yourself. That's what I'm seeing, and committing to your dreams and your thoughts. We've got here as well, some of you might be thinking about wanting commitment from someone else as well. We've got here the star with make a wish, make a wish, make a wish, make a wish. So make a wish. because I do feel here that whatever you are wanting can happen, because the universe here is looking for a way to put whatever you want on your plate, right? So, and you've also got the star here as well, tiger eye. The stronger you are, the more your wishes manifest with, a clean heart, essentially. You've also got here the dog, which is loyalty. You have a lot of loyalty to people, but don't forget to ask yourself who is loyal to you. All right, so group number 1, that is your reading. Hope that helped. And I hope that, if this resonates, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, intention items as well, which are on Etsy. So yeah, definitely do let me know, all right? So I'm going to put these away. Let's put those in there. Okay. Group number 2, this is your reading for the next 7 days. So we have got here the rose quartz card, as you can see, with the rose quartz right here as well. So I'm just going to leave that there. Okay, next 7 days, let's see what's coming through. So it says here, I allow love and open my heart to attention, affection, and my romantic partner. So this is you opening up your heart, healing things from the past, focusing really on your energy, what you want. So also law of attraction, the qualities that you want. I see many of you making lists here or really thinking about the kind of qualities that you want in a partner, or even friends as well, because some of you might be really struggling with the right kinds of friendships. So I see here that you're allowing your heart to open to attention and affection. Some of you might try online dating. Now, for those of you that already are kind of in a situation with someone, this is you allowing yourself to also trust yourself and allowing yourself to receive, so that you're not always the one doing things. So that's something to also keep in mind. If you're always doing, try to see what happens when you let the other person come towards you, essentially. So that's what I'm seeing here. And then we've also got here as well, attract your soulmate, increase feelings of comfort and acceptance, amplify unconditional love, cultivate good friends. So I did mention, right, I did mention that this could also be to do with like friendships, family members. Well, I didn't actually mention family members, but it does say here, cultivate good friends, family, and work relationships. So it's all around, right? It's not just to do with romance, not just to do with love, but it's also to do with other aspects as well. I see a lot of healing as well. Rose quartz is very well known to be a crystal that can heal. For those of you that have rose quartz around you, or you have it, in general, carry it with you or keep it close to you, and you may feel just a real sense of healing, positive energy. It can really help you in many ways, so I definitely recommend that as well. You're just allowing yourself to be the best version of yourself, which in turn helps you with other aspects of life as well. So that's really great. Now let's have a look. I'm going to grab a couple more of these. So let's have a look and see. There we go. Wow, they came out so fast. So we have here currencies. I hope I said that right. It's a beautiful crystal though, absolutely stunning. So it says here, my body and mind are in balance, I am healthy. So this is actually a really great affirmation as well, I am healthy, to say. So I feel like you are really going to balance your body and your mind. I feel like there is this sense of healing, there is a sense of trust within yourself, and there is also this sense of just allowing yourself to receive as well. Now, the crystal itself is a mix of beautiful, beautiful greens, blues, and also a few specks of brown as well. So when I look at those browns, I really think of tiger eye and the color of tiger eye as well. And that is also to do with strength, right? So that's what I'm seeing there, a lot of strength, a lot of mental strength. The blue really reminds me of turquoise because it literally looks like that color. So that's about solitude, peace, relaxation, taking care of yourself, your mind, body, soul, spirit. And then the green reminds me of like the heart chakra. So again, this crystal really is a beautiful mix of balance, and that's what the crystal symbolizes as well. So I feel like overall over the next 7 days, you're going to feel very, very balanced within yourself. It may be a process and a journey, but really towards the end of the 7 days, you'll feel like, all right, I'm in a much better space. I feel so much more clear. I feel so much more calm. That's what I see here. And then you've also got here, reduce inflammation, release anger and resentment, heal old mental and emotional wounds. And we did talk about rose quartz as a healing energy as well. Improve inner peace, which I spoke about with that sort of turquoisey colour coming through here. Balance mind, body and emotions, which it's there. So how can you do this? Well, reduce inflammation. Well, that can also be, again, to do with healing and not getting trapped in negative thoughts. It can also be to do with body and vitality, eating well, trying to eat as well as possible. You know, greens, for example, can really help. And also, this is also, like, how can you release anger and resentment? Well, it is about forgiveness and acceptance, not forgiving the other person or people based on what they did, but so that you can move forward, right? That's what forgiveness is all about, is so that you can move forward, so that you're not holding on to this anger. So that's what we have here. And then this one here is ruby in fuchsite or fuchsite. Very beautiful though, with that little pop of colour there. I attract romance filled with divine love. I have a healthy sex life. So that is what we have. This is a great affirmation as well for those of you that really want to manifest just a healthy love life in general. And it says here, sexual and sensual vibrancy, increase passion for life and in relationships, attract spiritually aligned romance, right? So that's what I meant as well. Love and your soulmate. So we had two cards here which sort of talk about that loving energy as well. So some of you are really connecting to your sort of inner energy. You're also connecting to yourself, maybe even in a sexual way. You know what I mean by that. So that's what I'm seeing here as well. But this is also about increasing passion and just really embracing yourself, embracing your body, you know, like enjoying yourself in many ways. So that's what I see. The love you give yourself can also attract the right people into your life as well. So the next 7 days, a lot of inner focus towards yourself, gaining clarity, gaining balance, hope and optimism. So now I'm using another deck. This is the Good Advice from Modern Women. So this applies to men and women though, okay, so we'll just say, but it's good advice from Modern Women. Let's see what's coming through. Okay, so we have got here, wish fulfillment card. Your lover has completely changed. He/she treated you badly, was selfish, haughty, and ice cold towards you. During your time off, he/she has resorted his/her life and thoughts and solved problems. He/she will take the initiative now and will contact you to make you a declaration of love. Accept it, because what happens here is a gift from the universe. Okay, so that's what we've got there, especially for those of you in difficult situations. I feel like there is a sense of them getting themselves together, partly because I feel like you are putting yourself first. See, the spiritual energies work in such ways where when you put yourself first, they can start to see that and also then put you first. Does that make sense? So I really see that here. Look, you have a choice. You don't have to accept it. I will say that, all right? You don't have to. But it can be like the universe trying to show to you that there is change here. So we have this card as well, and it says, you did it. Your plans work. Something grows and thrives, and soon you will receive the reward for your efforts. You can be proud of yourself. You are now at the peak of this situation, and you can hope for a wonderful outcome. There is no need to worry. So that's what we have there. And then we have this card as well. A great love is coming to you within the next 6 months. This will be a twist of fate, and this person is completely different than anyone else you've ever met in your life before. You are meant for each other. Okay, so something tells me that there could be someone from the past that comes, and maybe someone new. It could also be that this person is completely changed to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, like you're a completely different person, so much nicer, so much kinder. And you think, wait a second, wow. And also, how? So that's what we are seeing there. This is really like a love-based reading, and I'm not surprised because the rose quartz, I mean, it brings it, right? It really does bring it. Okay, so now we're going to go to the food fortunes. A lot of you have told me how accurate these were for, like, you know, cravings for food or food that you've been eating on, munching on. So the next 7 days, let's see what's coming through the food fortunes. Let's have a look. And then we'll do the charm reading after this. Okay, so we've got here the classic. So this really reminds me of like Coca-Cola. It really does. To be honest, right, it hasn't really got any branding on it. Like, you know, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. This also really reminds me of Thumbs Up. Thumbs up if anyone knows what I'm talking about, all right? Because Thumbs Up is also like a very, very popular drink in India. It literally is like Coca-Cola, basically. So basically like a very classic drink, okay, is what I'm seeing there, like fizz, like fizzy drinks. We've also got here the golden ball. So this is more so like Middle Eastern food, can be falafel, hummus. We've got some pita or the bread that they usually have. We've also got here as well, I mean, this can also be maybe some kind of like meatball as well, but I feel like that's more so a falafel kind of vibe that we're getting. So that's interesting. Maybe some Lebanese food, hummus, pita, or the bread, you know, traditional bread, or a meze, you know, because they have that as well. We've got here Queen of Drinks, so you've also got here maybe some wine or fruit juices or drinks of that sort, which is interesting here. Like this is more wine, but I know not everyone, I can't even speak. Not everyone drinks wine. So that's what we have there. And the last one here is the Holy One. So this is like a toasted bagel, perhaps cream cheese or some kind of topping of sorts in that sense. So we've very much so got that, but you've also got the toaster as well. So this can be toasted bread with a filling on top as well. What else do we have? Also, there's a tiny little fish there as well. Yeah. So that's what we've got. I don't know why, but the green in the background kind of reminds me of avocados, so just saying. But that is what we have right there. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. It also could be things that you're really craving or wanting in that sense. So let's go to the charm reading and see what the charms are giving to us. What are the charms giving to us? So I'm also going to get out the letters as well. So the letters could be initials, right? Could be initials for you, the other person, maybe the new person. It could also be words that sort of symbolize your situation. All right, cool. So we've got here an E, another E, M, A, oh, another A, Z or a Z, depending on where you live, L, another M, J, X, and a U. the main word that I see here is mama. So some of you might be really connecting to like a mama figure. Also, I noticed as well that there's a lot of people from India that watch my videos as well. And just in case nobody noticed, I am myself Indian, and in the Indian culture as well, we have mama, which means like uncle as well. So maybe there could be like an energy here of connecting with an uncle, connecting with a mother figure. Just saying, because you know that could relate to some of you in many ways as well. It's interesting also that I thought of like thumbs up as well, because that really goes very well with sort of like the classic in many ways. Anyway, so that's what we're seeing for that. Let's go to the charms. Okay, so you have got, let me just untangle this. This one always gets tangled. So this is the Libra charm. And so you've got actually two. You've got here the Virgo charm and you've got the Libra charm. Now, what's really interesting here is that there is something pointing towards Virgo season. Okay, so something may feel really unfinished and unresolved, but I feel like when you get to Virgo season, so whenever you're watching this, okay, whenever Virgo season is going to approach you, some of you might be watching this in Virgo season, but a lot of you, it's about whenever Virgo season sort of comes your way. I really feel like there are some surprises in Virgo season where everything that you've tried to do pays off in some way, shape or form. So keep an eye out for that, all right? But also the Libra charm here shows balance. Inner balance, in regards to your mental health, your well-being. I really see that here with this crystal as well. And this is also about embracing your beauty. We know that Libra is also known to be a sign that embraces beauty and sort of like your looks, but also your inner self as well. Libra is known to be a very, very beautiful zodiac sign. And I'm not making that up because it is ruled by Venus. So again, you know, that Venus energy is really pouring through as well. So it goes to show here there's a lot of like love that's surrounding you, but also self-love as well. All right. We've also got, again, that Hermit charm. Sorry, no, the Virgo charm. But actually, you know, Virgo and Hermit are tied together. So you may feel like you're really kind of by yourself. You're very alone. You're spending a lot of time within your own energy. You may feel like, you know, there's really no one else around. So you have a lot of extra maybe time to yourself. That's what I'm picking up there. My love is alive. Right, so this is you really embracing yourself with this charm as well. We have here the starfish, right? So this is really about looking after yourself. It is about, we have got some like beach themed charms as well. You've got the anchor, so sometimes you may feel stuck and sometimes you may feel quite free. We've got here the F and the Q. And then you've also got here this like toxic energy as well, charm, which can represent like toxic people and kind of distancing yourself away from them, because that can cause you a lot of stagnant energy. You might just feel like, oh my gosh, like that's all there is. That's all there is. All I feel is this toxic energy. It just is not nice. It just feels stuckening. That's not even a word, but it feels like you're stuck sometimes. So a lot of you are spending a lot of time in your own energy, but also embracing yourself at the same time and looking after yourself and putting yourself first, which, by the way, I think is just really important, very vital, very crucial, really important, I think, for your well-being as well. So that's what we have right here. So next 7 days is really about you. You know, it's also, I feel like many of you might sort of just spend some time relaxing, maybe cooking, even eating sort of your favorite foods that you enjoy to eat, like looking after yourself and just saying, you know what, I'm going to indulge. I'm going to take care of myself because my love towards myself is alive and my love is alive. It's not dead, and things will work out and things will come together, as we also saw with these cards here as well. So that's what we've got there. All right, group number 2. Now, if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course, intention items, which are on Etsy. And do take care, everyone. All right, so I'm just going to take these away. right, group number 3, this is your next 7 days. Let's see what's coming through. So you have chosen the pile with the green aventurine, as you can see here, and also the green aventurine crystal as well. So let's see what we have here. So it says, it is easy for me to maintain overall well-being with conscious habits of health. And then on the back as well, it says, maintain a healthy heart, improve beliefs about good health and overall well-being, increase healthy outlook on all levels, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. A lot of you are very, very heavily focused on the next 7 days on your health and your vitality. You may be eating a lot of greens, as we've got a lot of greens here. You might be wishing for better health. Essentially, I also feel as well, many of you are not just like eating, and trying to like eating and drinking like good things, but I feel like many of you also want to bring nicer habits into your day-to-day life, which can also indicate meditation or looking after yourself in a spiritual way that makes you feel so much better as well. So if you wake up in the morning, you might think to yourself, you know what, I'm going to do a meditation to start off my day. A lot of you might also like physically be trying to do exercise or taking a walk, for example, in nature and trying to breathe in fresh air and things like that. So this is on all levels, not just what you eat and what you drink, but also on a spiritual level, on a physical level. Emotionally, this can also be trying to very much so heal and progress forward, and not trying to let your inner narrator take control of everything that you're thinking, and trying not to let people live rent-free in your head that don't need to be living rent-free, and it's things like that where you're trying to at least free up some space in your mind where you might be ruminating on certain things as well. That's like you taking care of yourself emotionally and mentally also as well. So I really feel like you're going to be maintaining and trying to maintain some very healthy habits in general for yourself. So I see you really working on that very, very much so over the next 7 days. So now, and to be honest, right, a lot of you might be wearing green quite a lot, or you may just notice that you have a lot of green around you. There's something about the colour green. Okay, that's what I'm going to tell you. There's something about the colour green. So let's go to grab another couple of these cards, and then we will move on to some other cards. Okay, I didn't actually meant to put this card back in. This is actually the card that was for group number 2, I believe. This actually was not meant to go back in because I kept the other ones on the side. So I'm not going to bring it as a part of that, because these are of course the 2 cards for the other 2 groups, and the other one I actually put on the side, but this one I forgot anyway. So we're not going to take it, but we are going to take these 2. And actually notice how these 2 cards are very greenish in colour. So there's something definitely about the colour green that we're picking up on here. So we've got here Seraphonite, and it says, my mind and spirit are connected with each other and the divine. Just look at how beautiful that crystal is. If you have green crystals around you, keep them close to you. That's what I would say. They can really help. If you are surrounded by nature, or maybe plants, for example, talking to them, giving them a bit of love, watering them, giving them some food, would definitely be a great thing to do over the next 7 days. It can really sort of make you feel more boosted within the things that you kind of do for yourself as well. Okay, there we go. The screen sometimes just goes dark randomly, so I do apologise about that. So we have here on the other side, remember the divine spark within, aspire toward enlightenment, increase mental clarity and intelligence, improve telepathic communication skills. So I really feel like actually connecting to yourself and trying to find that inner balance is going to allow you to boost your psychic and telepathic energies, which is so interesting. And I definitely feel like you may feel so communicative with the universe, with the divine, feeling like the divine is also living inside of you as well in such an exciting way. So you're connecting very strongly. All of this also helps to open up your heart chakra, so that's something to also keep in mind. And then we also have this card which says turquoise. I'm always at the right place at the right time with the right people. Okay, so you may think like, oh my god, yeah, but like sometimes I've just had wrong people in my life. Well, actually there's no such thing as that. Think about those people being in your life at the right time. Maybe they were there to teach you something. So even right now you may feel like you have some wrong people in your life, or you're not sure if they are the right people. Trust that they are the right people and that they are meant to be in your life at this very point in time, that they are actually the right people trying to teach you something. So you're always at the right place at the right time, but there's always growth that can happen as well. Turquoise is also about solitude and peace and acceptance as well in many ways, and some of them also look a little bit greenish, so that's why I mentioned like, oh, greenish kind of crystals, even though we know turquoise is kind of like a beautiful blue colour. And then we've got here improved timing, increase the occurrence of synchronistic opportunities, be inspired with creative ideas. If you have a creative idea, write it down. I would definitely recommend that. Improved timing also means that maybe some of you might be late for certain things, so maybe going a bit earlier can help, or being a bit early to things. Also develop understanding of various cultures and spiritual philosophies. A lot of you might be very interested in learning about different cultures, how different things are built, also philosophies and things like that. I've been very interested in certain documentaries that talk about how they build, like for example, the pyramids. Very fascinating, things like that as well, and also different masters and gurus talking about different philosophies, which can be very interesting as well. Okay, so some of you might be doing that. I see a lot of peace and tranquility around you. Now let's have a look from this deck. This is the Good Advice from Modern Women. So this is the deck, but also it's for men and women. Okay, so good advice from modern women to men and women. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got here Gwen. So it says wild card. With almost 100% certainty, you'll be united with your soulmate/twin flame. He/she resolved a maternal conflict. So it says in brackets, illness, education. That has been the reason for his/her restraint. An important meeting takes place when he/she will explain everything that has happened lately. Okay, so that's what we're seeing there. And that can happen over the next 7 days. We see here the universe, another card, of course. The universe will now bring the man/woman of your dreams into your life. You'll receive the appreciation and recognition that you deserve. Dream partners who are already taken will now separate from the other person. The hand of God breaks all chains and makes the way clear for a new beginning. Okay, so this can also be to do with karmic partners, for example. For those of you in karmic situations, you can very much so relate to that. And then we have this card as well, which says, a great love is coming up to you within the next 6 months. This will be a twist of fate, and this person is completely different than anyone else you've ever met in your life before. You are meant for each other. And also the rose quartz crystal did come out as well. So I do feel like there is a lot of healing. There is love coming into your life very clearly. There is progression that can happen. I am going to read that card because, sometimes when cards come out, they are meant to come out. But, obviously I wanted to, it wasn't really supposed to be in the deck because I was supposed to have taken it out anyways because it was part of group number 2 and it wasn't supposed to repeat in that sense. But it says here, I allow love and open my heart to attention, affection, and my romantic partner. And then on the back it says, attract your soulmate, which is exactly what these cards spoke about. Increase feelings of comfort and acceptance. Amplify unconditional love. Cultivate good friends, family, and work relationships. All right, so that's what it said right there. But again, green is very much so a big part. We know that green is also about the heart chakra, right? So it really helps to boost love and also acceptance in those areas and in those parts as well. So now we go to food fortunes. So a lot of you have said how accurate these are in regards to like predictions for food or things that you're craving or things that you really eat over the next 7 days. So I thought we'd bring them back. Can be very interesting. So we've got the link All right, so we've got some sausages here. Whether you are meat-free or whether you eat meat, I just want to say that as well, because now there's a way of making pretty much everything meat-free, which is quite interesting. So I just thought I'd say that, but you've got here some sausages, as we see, which is the link. They call them the link. Then you've also got here the mispronounced. So it actually says here doner. So some of you might really enjoy doner kebabs, or you might enjoy, again, you can make these things in so many different ways, as well as per your preferences, and things like that. But I see maybe some of you might be going for those kinds of options here. We've got here a doner kebab, but you've also got, it reminds me of a gyro as well, where you've got fries. You've got here a sauce of some sort, some bread. I mean, this also really reminds me of a flatbread wrap. So that's what we have there. We also have here the Middle Eastern, so I'm not really surprised by that, because I believe this is also Middle Eastern, right? So we've got here the Middle Eastern, so you've got here some hummus with some, I think, peppers, carrots, cucumbers, and some flatbread or pita. So yeah, we've got that. Also some healthy bits, healthy snacking. So, this card, oh, that literally just came out. So this card here talks about overall well-being, right? And so what I think is quite significant here is that I feel like you're doing everything in moderation, and eating in moderation as well. You're being healthy, but also kind of treating yourself. But also I feel like you're really doing everything in moderation. You might also think about making some of the favorite things that you like into sort of healthier versions, but I do see everything in moderation. You've also got here the classic, which is I don't know, Coca-Cola or some kind of cola drink that we're picking up here as well. But that's essentially what I'm seeing. Yeah, and that's what we've got. But yeah, it's an interesting mix. Very appetizing indeed. So let's now go to your charms and your letters as well. Okay, so these letters could be initials. They could also be words that get spelled out for your situation. Can be initials of yourself or initials of another person. So we have an E and a U, which you have another E as well. Let's put those together. We've got a Z or a Z. We've got an N, a B, a J, W. We have a G and a X. It literally fell on the E, which is interesting, right? Because this could be to do with maybe an X, as in an ex-partner. It literally fell on the E. It's not a coincidence. I don't believe that it is. We got an M and a C as well. I see bun, right? And bun can also mean bunny rabbit. I mean, I also see bum as well, to be honest. Let's be honest, I do see that there. But bun is in food as well, right? We see the X. Well, there's a lot there, but have a look, because I think that you might be able to figure some bits out that really make sense to your situation in many ways. So let's go with the charms. Okay, there's quite a bit here. Okay, there's quite a bit here. We got another B as well. We have an A and a Q. Q&A, question and answer, maybe between you and someone else. We've got another U here as well. Let's put that right there. Okay, so what do we have? We have here the emoji with the heart-shaped glasses on it. To me, what I see here in terms of its representation, there's a little heart crystal just stuck behind it as well, which is a bit interesting, but it's right there. Honestly, I can't get it out, but hey, it's literally right there. There's a heart-shaped crystal. So to me, I feel there's heart-shaped energies, and there's like energies of love here where you want to manifest love, or you have a crush, or you have somebody around you that you really want to make things, work with. Now it looks like this emoji has a nose, which by the way is a heart, which is upside down. So that's what I'm seeing here with this one, is that you may be kind of looking at someone's social media and having like heart eyes for them, which is interesting. You also have here, again, green aventurine, again, which I think is fascinating because this is literally the heart as well. So there's a lot of hearts here that I'm picking up on, but your heart is also going to be very, very open, and I feel like you just know what you want. And this card here literally is showing you that it's almost like there's like God's hand, over the top of it, where what you want can very much so manifest. But sometimes it's not what you think you want, but what you actually want. So you might think to yourself, I really want this person, but actually, the universe can be thinking, oh, there's something so much better for you. There's something so much better, so much greater for you. So it's also about keeping your heart open to the possibilities of bigger, better things coming your way. Some of you may feel like you're on a rocking chair, and it's just like going forward and backwards, forward and backwards. There's no real movement, but I definitely feel like there will be movement. It's just over the next 7 days, there's a lot of you sort of like trying to gain balance within yourself in multiple areas of your life. We also have the blue crystal here. This represents your throat chakra, so you may also be thinking of healthy ways to communicate with others, standing up for yourself, not letting yourself, be treaded all over, for example. We have here an arrow as well, which shows that you have direction, you know which way you're going, you're very, very certain about the directions in which you want to go in as well. For those of you that have green aventurine around you or green crystals around you, keep them around you. That's what I would say. I wouldn't say go out there and buy them, because you don't need to, but if you have them, keep them around you for sure, because it's a big message here with the same crystal coming out twice essentially. First with your group reading, but also here as well. You've got here the angel wings, which means you are protected, especially over the next 7 days, right? But it's also about you feeling protected within yourself. We also have here the ring as well. So a lot of you are thinking about commitment, you're thinking about your crushes or people that you've sort of had relationships with, and you're thinking like, not sure what happened there. But I also feel here as well that you are becoming stronger, and you are so capable of things in terms of like looking after yourself as well. We have here the greater as well, which I think is really interesting. Again, some of you might be cooking things or making or preparing snacks, but this is also shedding your old self and really developing and growing into such a stronger version of yourself. We have here the cat, which signifies your personality and just so much growth and so much optimism and so much progression. Black cat is also quite lucky, so there are some lucky things coming your way. You also have here as well this little wheel, so again, things are progressing, things are moving, there is protection. My love is alive, which definitely goes to show that your heart is very, very open to receive but also to give. So I see a lot of healing having happened here. We've got 2 hearts here as well, right? And on the other side, it says here, a sister is someone to dream, cry, sing, and laugh with. So there could be maybe a friend or some kind of female figure who just feels like a sister to you and someone who really cares about you. I think it's good to really connect with them as well in many ways, and you could be connecting with them over the next 7 days as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be a sister, because some of you may not have one, but if it is like an actual sister as well, I mean, wow, that's really great. I see you connecting with them. And then we've got here 2 stars. You've got starfish, and you've also got this like asymmetric like white star as well, and then of course you've got the star here with the green aventurine. So it shows here, I've got a star here as well, so it shows here that your wishes and your dreams are really manifesting, things are coming together, things are progressing, there is lots of abundance, there's a lot of joy, there's a lot of progression, there's a lot of fulfillment and things that can move forward and progress for you. And I think that that's obviously a really lovely thing, because it shows that there's so much coming your way and there's so much more to come your way, so don't give up, I would say. But also keep your heart open, because there are some beautiful things happening. It really is about multiple areas and aspects of your life, your mental health, your spiritual health, your physical health, your emotional health. Those are really aspects I think that you're focusing on in many ways, but you're doing everything in moderation. So I think that's also just the key, in terms of everything. So this is your reading group number 3 for the next 7 days. We've got so much information out, so let me know how it resonates in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click on the bell notification next to the subscribe button as well. That will just notify you when I post a video. And of course, take care everyone. stay safe, and I will also, everything's in the description box below as well for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on Etsy. And take care everyone, and I'm sending you so much love and good energy whenever you're watching this and wherever you are as well. Take care everyone. Bye!